Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find the great things that we're looking for. One Piece. Hey guys, this is Jzone Productions on the Jzone, and this will be a video on why One Piece is my joint favourite anime / manga series. The first reason is because of the protagonist. Now, Luffy is a protagonist that doesn't come off as a shonen hero, or just as a hero in general. Not that I don't like characters that aren't heroes, because my other joint favourite series is Naruto, as many of you guys know. And Naruto, yeah, he's the hero type character, but not enough heroes are done right, in my opinion, and I think Naruto is one of the heroes that's done right, but not too much of the other shonen heroes are done right enough. So the fact that Luffy doesn't do that thing that's to the mold and goes towards a hero thing, and he's somewhat of an anti-hero, is really cool. Like Oda said in one of the chapters, he's the guy who, if he sees the meat, he'll take it. He just does things because it may affect him or his friends around him. Like, he only got involved with Nami, Usopp's problems because they're his friends. He will help out his friends, but he's not going to go out of his way to help people. He doesn't want people to call him the hero. And another reason is because Luffy has been through a lot, similar to my other my other favourite series main protagonist, Naruto. But Luffy's just been through a lot. The fact that his crew gets split up, the crew he's been with for months and months on end, and then after that his brother, who he looks up to, is just the cool dude, and Ace is really cool. I just had to pop that in there. The fact that he had to go after him and rescue him, and he lost him in his own arms, just shows how much stuff Oda puts Luffy through. And still at the same time, he still comes off as a fun-loving, carefree character. So a lot of props goes to Luffy. Reason 2 is because One Piece has such great character development. Each one of those members of the crew have a good amount of development. Not saying all of their development is perfect, because I feel that Brook needs a bit more development, but he's the latest addition. So not all of them are perfect, but a good, really great amount of development. And I'm going to use 2 examples, and these are probably my 2 favourite examples. First one's Nico Robin, then second one's Zoro. Nico Robin is because Nico Robin was literally helping out one of the main villains in one of the One Piece sagas, which was the Baroque saga, especially in the Alabasta arc. She was helping out Crocodile, and she goes from that to sacrificing her own life for the crew, saying, I'm going to go with the CP9 to make sure my crew members and crewmates don't die against these guys, because they're pretty damn strong. To that, from the crew convincing her that her life is worth it and her life has purpose, for her to just go on top of the roof and say, I want to live. Just the growth in her character, and she always has that morbid, sort of serious humour. Robin's great, and I love the character development. Second example, and the last example I'm going to use, is Zoro. Zoro, a lot of people like Shonen the Jumper think I'm a Zoro fanboy, but I've got reasons for liking Zoro so much, and I think he's the most developed character in... Okay, Luffy's probably the most developed character, but apart from Luffy, he's the main. I think he's the most developed character, and I know people say Usopp, but I think Zoro. Because think about it, Zoro went from being a bounty hunter, a pirate bounty hunter, that mind you, to joining the pirate's crew and saying to Luffy, if you get in my way to become the greatest swordsman of all time, I will leave you. Then from that, he was like in the Water 7 arc. He's taken on this role as Luffy's right-hand man, very wise and very honourable. He was saying to him, don't go after Usopp, because remember, Usopp wanted to leave. Because if we have someone in the crew that doesn't respect the captain, we're not going to go forward from here. There's no point. He's like the weak link. To him through the bark, he sacrificed his own life, saying, I want to protect these people because Luffy will become the Pirate King. Sacrificing his own life, taking all of the pain for Luffy. Then we see him in the post-Marineford arc, which is the greatest thing. He's training with his mortal enemy, Mihawk, the guy who he wants to beat, just for the sake of the crew to move forward. And that, for me, just great character development. Oda does characters great. Second reason why I love why One Piece is my joint favourite series. Another thing both of my favourite series share is that there's more life to it. They're not confined to one space. They have world maps, both Naruto and One Piece. Although I do think Kishimoto's world is a little bit smaller than Oda's One Piece world, and I feel Kishimoto should have explored his world a bit more. This isn't a Naruto bashing video because I love the series and I think Kishimoto did a great job. I feel Oda's world is really awesome. I like the fact that just name off some of the locations. Alabasta, which is this deserty place, from Water 7, which is beautiful. Oh, I love Water 7. Just this freaking beautiful sort of island that's surrounded by a sea, has the sea train. Just Water 7's like this water metropolis. It's a bit like is that level in Sonic Advance 3? I forgot what it's called. Damn it, I forgot what it's called, but it's a bit like that level. Someone please correct me in the comments. I know I've got a few Sonic fans. I mean, Fishman Island, I don't like the art, but just to places like that, to Skype, really great that they have expansive and nice world maps. I could say the same for Naruto as well. I really like the way the Cloud Village and the Sand Villages are. But this is a One Piece video, so just great to have a nice, expansive and open world map. One thing I love about One Piece as well, even though not every arc has this, so you have some more actiony arcs, but the thing I like is the adventure. The grand adventure of this Luffy going around searching for the One Piece. Hopefully Oda doesn't make the One Piece something generic and stupid, like it's our hearts, but the sense of adventure is something I really do love about this series, and it's something that, you know, while I'm a big Dragon Ball Z franchise fan in terms of the whole entire franchise, like Dragon Ball compared to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z is more action orientated to Dragon Ball in terms of adventure. I hope One Piece keeps all of the adventure throughout the story, because I really dig the fact that we're going around exploring, looking for new locations. Another reason why I love One Piece is just the comedy and the sad moments. Comedy, come on, everyone. I don't like Thriller Bark. If you've talked to me before, I do not like Thriller Bark that much. But one thing I will admit, it's a funny moment there when Luffy, there's a zombie that literally comes out and Luffy puts the zombie back in ground. Zoro, I love Zoro so much. The fact that Zoro, this badass swordsman, but his direction is stupid. It's on a retarded level. He got lost on a straight hallway. I mean, the comedy is great, and I love the comedy. It always manages to make me laugh. And also the sad moments. Just the fact that Ace died in Luffy's arms, Robin's flashback, Nami's flashbacks. He was a slave. It wasn't until Luffy came in there with all of the rest of them, and they stormed over to Arlong. And just even when Luffy was like, I think Arlong asked him, why are you going to this extent? Why are you doing all of this? And Luffy's like, because she's my friend. I mean, those moments get to me, the sad moments. Even when Nami, I really like Nami's character, when she was stabbing her arm saying, Arlong, Arlong, the sad moments in One Piece, the funny moments in One Piece, make it awesome. And that's another reason why I really like One Piece. The sixth reason why One Piece is my joint favourite series is just, I had to say it. I hate to bring this up because, look, I probably might do a video on this. Do not like an anime just for the fights. But I'm going to put it out there. I'm just going to throw this out there. I love the fights in One Piece. And my other joint favourite series, Naruto, I love the fights in them. And those two series, in my opinion, I favour their fights the most out of any other series that's any other anime/manga series. Because the fights are freaking awesome. Luffy versus Lucci. Like Zoro versus Kaku. Zoro versus Mr. One. Even though Nami's fights are really stupid, I did enjoy Nami versus Mrs. Doublefinger. Nami versus Cauliflower. It was funny. I like that fight too. I have to mention this one because I know Insane Game Freak and Ozaki Rain really do like this fight. Chopper and Usopp versus the two other guys in the Alabasta arc. I think it was Mrs. Groundhog and I forgot what Mister he was, what number, but that fight a lot of people loved too. I had to mention this. Just Ace's rampage in Marineford when he was just battling everyone. That Ace is so cool. When he was just battling a bunch of people and he had that mini like showdown with Aokiji, Luffy versus Smoker all of the times, Luffy versus Crocodile. I love the fights in One Piece, and I didn't want to concentrate on this too much, but that's another reason why it's my joint favourite series. Another reason is that Oda takes the liberty to give the characters goals. Luffy's got his own goal. I want to be King of Pirates. Zoro, I want to become the greatest swordsman. Nami, I want to draw the world map. Usopp, I want to become a brave warrior of the sea. Sanji wants to find the East Blue. Robin wants to do a pornoglyph stuff. Frankie is just on the mindset of, I want to see Thousand Sunny through all of its adventure. You know, he wants to be the great shipwright that he is. And then Brook is like, I want to see Laboon. Each one of them have nice goals, nice aspirations, which is something you don't necessarily need to make a great manga/anime series, but it is nice to know a lot of the characters' motives, and that's one thing Oda does that is great. So that was the 7th reason why One Piece is my joint favourite anime/manga series. The 8th reason why One Piece is my joint favourite anime/manga series is the foreshadowing. It's impeccable. What Oda does and the way he writes is just amazing. In the earlier chapters of One Piece, I don't know which chapter, but I know it's in either the first volume or the second volume, there's actually a wanted poster of Rayleigh. And if you know One Piece, Rayleigh is a character that shows up in volume 51, I believe, volume 52. That's impeccable. Someone that showed up in such an early volume, which, okay, let's say hypothetically he showed up in the last chapter of volume 2. That's like 16, 17 chapters in. He shows up like 500 chapters in. Amazing planning, Oda. Another one that I really did like is Haki. We saw Haki in the first chapter of One Piece, and this is something that was developed on in chapter 597. That is when Rayleigh was just walking around with Luffy, I believe, and he was talking. It was either 597 or 598. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's one of the two. He was just walking around the room talking about Haki. Something from the start was used as the main development and the main plot device. Something that came up in a chapter that probably came out around about a year ago. A chapter so late into a series. Superb, Oda. And another, like, the foreshadowing is good and it's bad in some respects, because, you know, you can tell from this video I'm a massive One Piece fan, but it isn't without flaw. The foreshadowing sometimes prevents the series from just being awesome all the time. Like Fishman Island, I've got to bring this up. Fishman Island was foreshadowed in East Blue with the whole Arlong Jinbei stuff, and then they went to Water 7 and they were like, to get to the new world we need to go to Fishman Island. They repeated that in the post-Dennis lobby arc. They talked about it for a while, and then we get to Fisherman Island, which is where we're at right now in the manga. I'm not really feeling this arc. Honestly, there are some chapters I don't even care for. I don't care for Shirahoshi, but what can I say? Right, well, the foreshadowing is great in One Piece, and there's another reason why it's my joint favourite anime/manga series. The 9th reason why One Piece is my joint favourite anime/manga series. Bringing back characters. Oda does this so well, and the perfect example of this is one of my favourite arcs, which is Impel Down. I know a lot of people in the anime anime-wise didn't feel this arc and thought it was some of the worst episodes in One Piece, but maybe that's because they're watching it on a weekly basis, and it's true, the show is meant to be watched on a weekly basis, so when people use the excuse of the pacing slow because you're watching it episode weekly, or you're reading the chapters weekly basis, it's a bad excuse because it's meant to be read or watched in that format. But at the same time, if you were like me and I was catching up at that point, I caught up to One Piece near to the end of Impel Down. If you were like me, dude, freaking Impel Down, I really loved it. And just how this relates to bringing back characters is that the fact that we got back Buggy, we got back Mr. Free, we got back Crocodile, Mr. One, who's a beast. We got back all of these characters, and it was just cool, and they went on to Marineford. I like the fact that he brought back some characters I really liked, especially especially Crocodile Mr. One. Crocodile Mr. One versus Zoro beast fight. I don't care what anyone says. The 10th and final reason why One Piece is my joint favorite anime/manga series. It is not the only series to do this. I can name some other. Shaman King. Even though I'm just like 10 volumes into Shaman King, but I watched it before. All the anime before. Hajime no Ippo, Naruto, obviously. There are a few series that have done this, but One Piece does it as well. I have to mention this. It's actually made me think on a personal level and use some of the morals and values in One Piece on a personal level. Because One Piece, at the core at Naruto, is the individual rising to the top. At the core of One Piece is the community thing. It's like the we going to become a elite and epic force, and that's what I like about One Piece, because it reminds you that your friends and your family are important. Like sometimes when I'm chilling with my friends and just having fun, I just think about this. I think about some of the core values of One Piece. It's like, enjoy these times with your friends, because at some point you're not going to be with them anymore, because some of your friends from school right now, when you go to university, you may not be with them, and the core values of just friendship, which is done well and not overdone. The fact that Luffy's the weirdest guy ever, but you can be weird, but you can still accomplish something great. The core values and some of the side stories in One Piece just affected me, and I use those values on a personal level. Like Nami and Robin's flashbacks. Sometimes we're all ungrateful. We all have our problems, but sometimes I just think to myself, how can I be complaining about this little problem when, I mean, I wasn't a slave for a majority of my life. I wasn't framed for something and had to run away for the entirety of my life. And I just think about those backstories and the things that those characters have been through, and I think, you know what, there may be problems, there may be things going on, but at the same time I could fix those problems and move on. And like I said, One Piece isn't the only series like that. Naruto has done that for me a lot, especially the main character Naruto himself. I can even talk about Naruto with the natural talent versus inherited stuff with the Neji and Lee and the Naruto and Sasuke, and I can talk about Shaman King with Yo and his whole speech about do not lose sight of yourself, because it's one of the darkest places you can be. Like a lot of anime and manga series have done that for me, but One Piece done it as well. Awesome, great, and thank you Oda, thank you all to the manga artists and just the mangakas that have conveyed these messages. And also I like to add in there Bakuman, because Bakuman does it very, very well, and I need to review that. Damn it, but One Piece does it very well. Yeah, that was the new Hunter x Hunter ending. That ending has been on my mind all day. I love that freaking ending. Like, Yokohama, this is to you. I know screaming songs aren't that great. That's why I hate heavy metal. I hate screamer songs, but dude, that ending's awesome. And Hunter x Hunter anime, great. I'm glad to see more people are getting into that series. I just had to add this in. If you are a Hunter x Hunter fan, go to my vlog channel, check out the review, because I'm enjoying this series, and so many people were like, J-Man, do this weekly, so I'm going to be doing weekly reviews in there. Check that out. I just need to shout that out, but great ending, and I just had to add this in. One Piece opening 15, listened to it a few times, great, freaking awesome. The same guy that did We Are. Shout out to Hiroshi Kadani, I think that's his name. I don't know. I know his name's Hiroshi something, but shout out to him. Great job with the One Piece opening 15. Really loved it. Anyway, this is J-Man Selections on the Jzone. Sorry this video was a bit too long, and I just want to address this. I probably will address this in a future update, but I just want to throw this out there right now. Shout out to Uber Black Man, because he pointed it out to me, and I like him because he says it how it is. And he said to me, yeah, we were talking on Skype, and he said, yeah, your videos are some kind of long at times, and I do agree with him. They are long, but this is why I make them long. It's because I like to go more in depth with sort of things, and these are series that I love, and I like to talk about them more than just turning on the camera for 3 minutes or 4 minutes. I want to go more in depth with them. So sorry about that. I will try and condense this length of my videos, because it is kind of bad for me to make them long all the time, so I will try and condense the length. But you know, it is hard. I'm talking about One Piece here. I was talking about King Tama when I did that 20-something minute video. I love those series. Venezuela arc for the win. J-House Seductions on the J-Zone. Live and learn, good luck and God bless. One Piece opening 15, beast. Hunter x Hunter ending 1, beast. Then the opening for Hunter x Hunter was nice, but catch you guys in the next video. Hatoke no yume wo hasu asa ne. Sagashimono sagashi ni yuku no sa. One Piece.